Hey, good evening, folks. Blitzball Champ is back with a brand new video here on the U to the Tube. So, just wanted to take a little bit of time to talk about a few things football related. Of course, Thomas Davis Sr. and Greg Olsen announced their retirement from NFL football, and they had their retirement ceremonies. They both signed 1 day contracts to retire as Carolina Panthers. And I know I talked a little bit in a previous video about Thomas Davis's retirement announcement, but I just wanted to take a little bit of time to reflect on these two individuals and kind of give some other big updates that have kind of been going on in the NFL world. So, this past March 11th, um, they had their retirement ceremonies, which I thought were really cool, and just seeing them give their speeches and then go through the stadium and the tunnel once again. I believe Greg Olson also had his birthday as well, so they threw a nice little birthday surprise for him, and of course, Greg Olson's family was there. Thomas Davis's family was there, and just a couple of the others were there. I believe Luke Kuechly was there, um, and I really like how they showed a lot of the different players, in the little video package that they put together at the beginning. I mean, we got to see folks like Josh Norman, got to see folks like Kurt Coleman and Kwan Short, Coach Ron Rivera, just all giving their congratulations and thanks. And, you know, because these two players were definitely some of the best players to ever play for the Carolina Panthers. And like I said, I just want to take the time to reiterate Thomas Davis's final stats, career stats. Played 199 games, had 1,216 tackles, 29 sacks, 18 forced fumbles, 11 fumble recoveries, 13 interceptions, 55 pass deflections, and one defensive touchdown, which was on a fumble recovery. But yeah, was a Walter Payton Man of the Year 2014, three-time Pro Bowler. Um, he was a Georgia Bulldog, first round draft pick in the 2005 draft. Um, and like I said, his career played on three teams: Carolina Panthers, Washington Football Team, and the Los Angeles Chargers. So he's had quite a career, um, especially being somebody that's been able to bounce back from three ACL surgeries, all on the same knee, and able to continue his NFL career. And I have to say that right there is something special. I mean, you would think a lot of people that have gone through like two would be wanting to call it quits, especially on the same knee. But I just thank God that Thomas Davis was able to continue his career and had the chance to play in a Super Bowl. Got to play in the Super Bowl, and I tell you, I just really love the intensity that he brought on the field, the leadership that he brought on the field. I mean, Thomas Davis really just was great at making the surrounding players around him. I mean, even when he was working with John Beeson, when he was working with Luke Kuechly, working with Shaq Thompson. I mean, having Thomas Davis in that linebacking core was just, you knew that linebacking core was one of the best in the league. And I'm just really thankful that I got a chance to see him play, and just was really, really consistent. I mean, even battling, health and the ACLs, but just the consistency with just coverage, tackling. I mean, good number of sacks. Had great hands too. Had 13 interceptions. Had really good hands for a linebacker. And I remember, some of his really good interceptions. I remember the Green Bay Packers game when he made the game sealing interception, which that win I believe was in Green Bay. If I remember correctly, I believe that was in Green Bay. But yeah, he made the game saving interception. And I remember there was a home game against the Patriots where he made a diving interception, mid air diving interception. And I remember that game. We knocked the dust off of the Patriots in that game. I forgot what score it was, but yeah, just great athletic ability, hard hitting linebacker, and just really helped motivate the team. Was a great guy, and all those around him really fed from his presence. So I'm really thankful and happy that Thomas Davis got a chance to really have a good career in the NFL, despite the setbacks. Just him being able to finish his career and really getting a chance to experience a lot of different things. He experienced the Super Bowl and has really helped the Carolina Panthers uh, over the years contribute to that defense. So, and he had also mentioned that he owns an arena football team, I believe. I forgot what the name of it was, but Thomas Davis owns a arena football team. So, with him being in that ownership role now, I hope it goes well. I hope there will be many supporters for that, and I hope that when it comes down to it, he won't be fully 100% done with the NFL. Maybe he'll come back at some sort of coaching defensive role. I think he would be great, but I really hope and pray that he'll really just enjoy time spent with his family and really just do his thing. He doesn't have to worry about injuries like that anymore, and just you know he can spend time with his wife. He has 4 children, so I'm happy for him. Really happy for Thomas Davis. Definitely one of the best linebackers in a whole sea of linebackers that played for the Carolina Panthers over the years. Definitely, you got to mention Thomas Davis. Definitely got to mention him. Contributed it really well. I mean, I know he kind of came into the league as a safety, but he really flourished in that linebacker role. So, congratulations to Thomas Davis Sr. Thank you for all that you've done for the Carolina Panthers organization and just for the NFL in general. Enjoy retirement. I hope everything goes well with your arena football team and that you just enjoy your retirement, enjoy your time with your family, much deserved, and I hope in some form or fashion maybe we get a chance to see you again. You know. Um, and then we have Greg Olsen. Wow, I mean, when it comes to tight ends to have ever played for the Carolina Panthers, I mean, there are some good ones. Chris Mangum, Wesley Walls. I mean, definitely those notable names. But Greg Olsen, I really have to say, deep down, Greg Olsen, I would have to put at the top of the list. I mean, we're talking about Mr. Reliable here, and definitely earned that title after he came to Carolina. Um, Looking at Greg Olsen's stats, um, he's recorded 742 receptions, 8,683 receiving yards, and 60 touchdowns. So Unfortunately wasn't able to crack the 10,000 receiving yards, but still a very very excellent tight end. Of course, he also played on three teams. Was a Chicago Bear first, then came to Carolina on a trade, and then finished his career with the Seattle Seahawks. Of course, he was another first round draft pick. It was pick number 31 in the '07 draft. He was a Hurricane. He was a Miami Hurricane. But I tell you, when he came to Carolina, he just really, really flourished. Not saying that he was terrible with Chicago, but he really, once he got paired with Cam Newton, I mean, it was a wrap. When it came to quarterback tight end combinations, Cam and Olsen were just deadly, really, really deadly. And it was just really awesome to see Greg Olsen really flourish to the point where he becomes the first tight end to have three back to back 1,000 yard receiving seasons. I mean, wow. Like, that's amazing. Very, very amazing. And like I said, had great hands. He had at least an 11 yard average. So, pretty much near guaranteed to get that first down. You get that ball to Greg Olsen, he makes that catch. 90% of the time, it's a first down. It's a first down. So, I mean, I know he had to deal with foot fracture, and that really kind of started to decline his career. But thankfully, he was able to finish his career in good health and is able to enjoy retirement. And I believe he has three children. I believe two of them are twins. And I believe one had a really rare heart disease, I believe. And I'm just thankful that that his children are doing well, and you know, it's just I can imagine that's tough being able to take on all that plus still be able to show up and play. I mean, that's got to be difficult. It's got to be really difficult. So I got to give Greg Olson a lot of props. I mean, he was a really big key of the Carolina Panthers offense for so long, and just really having that presence with his consistency and his catching ability. Um, I mean, he didn't have to have a lot of touchdowns a season, but his production was consistent. And like I said, was able to stretch the ball. I won't ever forget the year Carolina went to the Super Bowl. Uh, the game where they beat Seattle. It was they got the go ahead touchdown. Cam Newton with the pass up the seam to a wide open Greg Olsen into the end zone for the game winning touchdown in Seattle. And of course, for the longest time, especially ever since Seattle really started to become a threat in the NFL, it had always been so hard to get a victory in Seattle. And for many years, Seattle had Carolina's number, but I remember that game, just seeing the connection between Cam and Olsen, just wide open, right up the middle. Just one of my favorite Greg Olsen plays. Um, but yeah, I just really always admired Greg Olsen's ability, his consistency, and I tell you, when he was healthy, when he was on that field, he would bring it. He would really, really bring it. Um, and like I said, uh, he's also a three-time Pro Bowler. Um, but yeah, three back-to-back 1,000 yard receiving seasons. That's it's incredible. And I just really, I really hope that he'll be able to enjoy retirement and spend time with his family. But at the same time, he'll be busy because he'll be working as an NFL analyst. So it'll be interesting to see how he does now that that's a role that he can focus on. Doesn't have to worry about playing football anymore. He can focus on his NFL analyst role. So, but I tell you, like Greg Olsen, definitely. If you ask me, I would have to say Greg Olsen's one of the best tight ends that's ever played for the Carolina Panthers. Like I said, Chris Mangum was good. Wesley Wall's definitely up there, but I gotta give it to Greg Olsen. I gotta really give it to Greg Olsen as the guy, the tight end to have ever played for the Carolina Panthers. So, and I'm just happy to see these two retire as Carolina Panthers. And Greg Olsen, I look forward to seeing you on. I think he'll be on Fox as an analyst, NFL analyst. So yeah, a full time broadcaster for Fox Sports. Yeah. So looking forward to seeing you this upcoming season. Give your analysis and yeah, definitely can't wait. And thank you so much for all the years that you've played for Carolina and just in the NFL in general. Mr. Reliable, nothing short of that. And it was an honor to see you play as well. I got a chance to see you live. So yeah, definitely enjoy your retirement, enjoy time spent with your family, and enjoy being a broadcaster with Fox Sports. I think you'll love that. But yeah, so really enjoyed watching those ceremonies and bidding them farewell. But two great Panther legends. Hopefully, they will eventually be in the Hall of Honor, and who knows, maybe even the Hall of Fame. But a couple of other things I wanted to mention before I end the video. Um, it was also noted that Tom Brady signed an extension, 4-year extension, to stay with the Bucs. So, as this being part of the NFC South, Carolina's gonna have to bring it because the Bucs still have their guy. They still have their Tom Brady at the helm. So, Bucs gonna be tough. They are doing their best to keep every last one of their players, and they're gonna be a threat. Probably the biggest threat um, in the division. And then it was just announced a moment ago that Drew Brees is indeed retiring. So, and the Saints, they're pretty much going to be in a big cap hit. So they're going to be having some cap issues. Uh, so it'll be interesting to see what they do going forward as far as the quarterback situation. I mean, I know they got Jameis Winston, Taysom Hill. I mean, I don't know if they're gonna stick with them or what, but with Drew Brees retiring, I mean, and they're not they don't have a high draft pick. So I mean, with them being in the playoffs. So, you know, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be really tough for them, but should be one less issue to deal with. Um, Now that Drew Brees is retiring. And then, of course, with the Falcons, I mean, I know they're still going to roll with Matt Ryan, but that doesn't mean that they won't draft a quarterback. Falcons can definitely draft a quarterback, and they're kind of high up on there that they might be able to land a Zach Wilson or a Justin Fields, depending on how far they fall to. So, just something to keep in mind. This NFC South division is gonna be interesting. With Tom Brady staying, no Drew Brees, um, and we'll have to see how the quarterback situation goes with the Falcons. At least we know Carolina's still gonna have Teddy Bridgewater. I mean, they could still draft a quarterback, of course, but like I said, I think Deshaun Watson's out of the picture. So this ought to be an interesting NFC South division this coming season. But we'll see what happens. But anyway, that's all. That's all that I have. Uh, what y'all guys think of Thomas Davis and Greg Olson's retirements? What are some of your favorite Greg Olson and Thomas Davis moments just in their career? Also, how do y'all feel about Tom Brady's extension, staying with the Bucs? I believe so. It means at least planning to stay with the Bucs until age 45 or 46. And then you got Drew Brees announcing his retirement. So, how do y'all feel about that? What do you feel about the chances of Carolina and the division? How will they place with these changes? And then, Atlanta could draft a quarterback. They may still have Matt Ryan, but they can still draft a quarterback. So, what do y'all think? Like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell so you don't miss a video. Thank you so much for watching. This is Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram signing off. Hope everybody has a blessed week, and I will see y'all soon. Laters.